Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and today, welcome to not the first, not the second, not the third, not the fourth, not the fifth, not the sixth, not the seventh, but the eighth edition of the 32-team bracket. I'm not going to waste your time. Let's go and pull up the bracket real quick. Not much has changed with the seating in this bracket, but it is the final standings edition, which means it is the final standings based off where we are relative to the season. Of course, the Super Bowl already happened, and we have the Buccaneers. They won the NFC, which means they get the number 1 seed. The Packers, who were originally the number 1 seed, for an example, they'll fall to the number 2 seed because they finished second in the NFC. I hope that makes sense, but as you can see, the teams that did not make the playoffs, all their seeding stayed the same. As you can see, the Jaguars are still the worst team in the AFC. Nothing changed for them. The only thing that changed is the playoff seeding based on how they finished in the playoffs. I hope that makes sense. But otherwise, see our matchups representing the AFC: the Chiefs versus Jaguars, Dolphins, Raiders, Steelers, Broncos, Browns, Bengals, Titans, Chargers, Ravens, Texans, Colts, Patriots, and Bills, Jets. And in the NFC side, Buccaneers, Falcons, Cardinals, Vikings, Washington Football Team versus Cowboys, Rams, Panthers, Seahawks, Giants, Saints, Lions, Bears, Niners, Packers, Eagles. As always, we start the AFC. Our first game, the Chiefs versus the 16-seeded Jaguars. Let's go. I don't think anybody's too surprised. Chiefs win this one, 48-27. This game between the 8-seeded Dolphins and the 9-seeded Raiders goes into overtime. This is actually a pretty good matchup, as Derek Carr hands this one off to Josh Jacobs. 19 rushes, 66 yards. This is a pretty good matchup to see in real life, considering both these teams that were on the edge of playoffs, but they just came a few games short. And I'm not too sure, once again, if they get a field goal, I'm not too sure if that would be a game winner field goal in this case, but they are handing the ball off every time. Josh Jacobs gets the outside to the 10-yard line, pushes his way up to the 6-yard line, so what a run for Josh Jacobs, as he's now pushing up to 83 yards, and they're now 6 yards away from winning this game. Let's see if Josh Jacobs can punch this one through the end zone. So yes, this will be a game winner, so I'm guessing that they just need a field goal to win the game. Dolphins already had the ball for the game winner. Yes, it's up and through, and the Raiders should win this game, 23-20.
Dolphins 20.
Final score, Raiders 23, Dolphins 20. Derek Carr and Tua Tagovailoa both finished about 300 yards, 2 touchdowns for Carr, and 1 touchdown for Tua. How about this? The 5-seeded Steelers are actually down to the 12-seeded Broncos in a really funny score. 16-12 is the current score. Touchdown needed for the Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger backs up, delivers, and finds the receivers at the 37-yard line, so they inch their way out of their own territory. It's still a third down and short, and they're under 2 minutes now. Time is rolling. They have 3 timeouts. This one's completing the sideline to Deontay Johnson. He'll get out of bounds, but they're still going to run the clock in this one, 4 yards short of the first down marker, as they're going to line up 150. Actually, no, time just stopped. I thought time was running, so we're stuck at 1 minute 55 seconds. Third down and 4, 37-yard line is where we stand. So Ben Roethlisberger lines up. Crucial play. They have 2 chances. If they don't get it here, you have a 4th down try. Here he goes looking for the pass, and he's going to throw this one. This is complete to Claypool. Claypool finds his way to 50, and Chase Claypool gets up to the 47-yard line. So they are marching out of their own territory, and they're playing good time management as well. So minute 49, stopping the clock. No use of a timeout quite yet for both teams. And news set it down to markers for the Pittsburgh Steelers, down by 4 and need a touchdown. So around midfield is where they stand. They're now into the opponent's territory. They're in Broncos territory now at the 47-yard line. Ben Roethlisberger lines up on the logo. Here he goes. He's going to pass this one for a slant, and this one's going to hit Juju for an 11-yard pickup, now up to the 35-yard line. And that's 3 straight completions for Ben Roethlisberger to Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, and now Juju Smith-Schuster. So good work getting the offense involved. Of course, Steelers' run game is not as good as their passing game, so you don't need to run the situation anyways, but you get your 3 best wide receivers involved, and you probably get a game-winning touchdown. Let's see, Ben Roethlisberger, 4 rush for the Broncos. He has all the time in the world. Midfield once again, 4 straight completions, and this is a whole new receiver once again. That might be a tight end that caught that one this time. 4 delivers in a row. That's actually James Conner, the running back, isn't it? Yep, I was just talking about the running game, so might as well get downfield and catch one, right? 4 different receivers for Ben Roethlisberger in a row. 4 straight completions. No timeouts. Good use of management of the clock. They have 1 minute remaining now, down to only 2 digits at the clock now. 3 timeouts. Middle of the field. Hit James Conner again. That's probably about a 5-yard pickup. Time still runs. Good open foot tackle. 4-yard pickup. 48 seconds left. James Conner has 2 receptions. We just saw both of them for 27 yards. So he hasn't really done much this game, the receiving side, but stepped up when he needed to get down to the 7-yard line for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger. He stands a few yards back. 4 rush for the Broncos to the end zone. Good defense for the Broncos. This one's broken up, stops the clock at 30 seconds. And now it's a repeat down at 3rd down and 6, so this could be big. You have 2 tries at it, and you got to watch the clock as well. Still have 3 timeouts, so the clock should be no worries. The only worry there is getting in the end zone. 16-12 at the 7-yard line. Ben Roethlisberger lines up, which should be Connor to his left. Here we go. 30 seconds. Ben Roethlisberger alone in the backfield. To the end zone, out of bounds. Deontay Johnson hauls it in, but didn't have his feet quite set. And now it's a 4th down and 6. This is huge. This is potentially an upset, or potentially a sad way to fall down for the Broncos. So which way are we going to get? We're going to see one of the two. Broncos stop here, they should win the game. Steelers get it, they should win the game. Anybody's game right now. Snap. Full rush to the Broncos. Big Ben looks for the pass. To the end zone. Touchdown, Juju. He's in for the touchdown. And the Steelers take the lead with 21 seconds left. 18-16. I thought he was out of bounds for a second. There was 2 of them on the slant route. The same route. And it looked like he was out of bounds for a second. But no, Juju was in front of him. As you can see, they're both running the same route. Both burner defenders, actually. Yeah, it was for Claypool. Good thing Claypool didn't catch that because he was way out of bounds. Juju stepped in front of him. Kind of glad for him to do that as well. As Claypool just walks off the field as he's like mad or something. They're going to take the extra point now. Should be 19-16. And let's see if they can stop the Broncos from putting any points on the board with under 20 seconds. So the Broncos couldn't do anything in the first 3 plays. Let's see. Their final play with 3 seconds. 4th down and 12. Can they do anything to come back from that Steelers offensive drive? Drew Lock just going to throw this one deep. Here he goes. Anybody out there? Oh, he broke free of it. If he would have looked up, that would have been game. He would have won the game right there. But Steelers deserve this one. Great offensive drive from Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers offense. And they win this game in a funny score. 19-16. Let's move on to our next game. Bengals don't stand a chance versus their division rivals, the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns and Baker Mayfield, 297 yards, 2 touchdowns. They'll win 45-27. After that poorly designed run play, it's still a 3rd down and 17, so 17 yards to convert. If not, you just take the field goal. Justin Herbert scrambles to his right, looking to run, and just trying to get some extra yards. How about that hit stick right there? What a hit by Evans. 4th down and 13. Justin Herbert was just looking for some extra yards to get a field goal, and got absolute melted. I wish that was an open field tackle. That'd been much cooler. I mean, that's kind of what happens when a quarterback comes into a runner. Boom, popped out. Ball comes out of the line, of course. Just knocked dirty. You almost could have got it. It was kind of sitting on Justin Herbert for a second, but looks like they're going to take the field goal. Titans are going to get the chance.
Michael Badgley on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt. The kick is good. Makes the score. Chargers.
So the Titans have marched down the field as well. They're at the 38-yard line of the Chargers territory. So they can tie the game up, but of course they need the win. Derrick Henry straight up the middle, breaks the tackle, finds his way up all the way to the 23-yard line. 3-point game, 1 minute and 27 seconds left. So time is still ticking, so they have to score fast. They do have 2 timeouts on the board, of course, for both teams. And of course, you don't want to take a field goal. I mean, we're not ending on a tie in a bracket in a playoff situation here. So you got to take the 7, or you just take the loss. Let's see what happens with the Titans. 13-10. We're down to 1 minute and 10 seconds left. 23-yard lines where they stand. Looking for the 7 for the game winner. Ryan Tannehill, full rush of the Chargers. Throws this one to Derrick Henry. Almost stumbles on his feet. Breaks the tackle. Stiff arm. And he finds a gain of yards out of that. So from going almost from a busted play, tripping on your own feet, to stiff arming, you get 7 yards. 16 seconds left. And down to 1 minute and 1 second as Derrick Henry was able to get out of bounds. Derrick Henry is usually not really a receiving running back, but he was able to come up clutch there. If you think about it now, Derrick Henry could just punch this one for a first down. Let's see what they do. Down to 1 minute. Hands it off to Derrick Henry. He finds his way to the first down marker, maybe a little bit more, to the 11-yard line. And a timeout for an injury is called, which is pretty helpful for the Titans. Not so good for the Chargers as they lose a man and they stop the clock for the Titans. So the time stopped for the Titans, giving them an extra chance without using a timeout. 57 seconds left. First down and 10. Fakes that, or hands the ball off to Derrick Henry. Marches his way to the 7. Time is still rolling. A gain of 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. Now down under 45 seconds. 3-point game. Really low scoring game. Only 23 points put up. Or to win it, you got to put up 7 more for the Titans, or 6 more in this case. Ryan Tannehill, we're down to almost half a minute. Of course, they've got both timeouts on the board. Looking for a pass this time, slings this one to the back of the end zone, and this one was almost caught in a ricochet. A.J. Brown couldn't come up with the defense, and the Chargers forced it incomplete. But it almost came down, and it was A.J. Brown. 3rd down and 6 now. Really similar situation to the Steelers game we just saw a few minutes ago. So now you think, what's going to happen here? Are we going to see a goal line stop? Or are we going to see another game winner? Fun situation we have here. Ryan Tannehill, 7-yard line, 3rd down and 6. Looks for the pass. This one caught in the end zone. Touchdown. The Titans are moving on. A.J. Brown comes down with this one. Game winner for the Tennessee Titans. Salute to the second round. 16-13 the final score of this game. What a game. Another fun one in overtime. And the Titans will win 16-13. As expected, the Baltimore Ravens closed this one 28-18 over the Houston Texans. Deshaun Watson outthrew Lamar Jackson the yards-wise, but Lamar Jackson hit the end zone one more time to Deshaun Watson. 2 touchdowns to 1. Moving on to our next game. And how about this one for an upset? The New England Patriots stunned the Colts 31-17. Phillip Rivers, he's still on the Colts. I am still using 21 rosters, not the new rosters, which of course Carson Wentz should be on the Colts now. But Phillip Rivers had 431 yards and 1 touchdown. Cam Newton relying on the run game, 188 yards and 1 touchdown for this game. Final game, Bills versus Jets, who will play the Patriots. In our final matchup in the AFC first round, sorry we're going through these kind of fast. The Bills will pull it out, of course, 24-14 over the Jets. Sam Darnold actually outthrew Josh Allen. More yards, same amount of touchdowns. And with a quick recap for our AFC, considering our first round is over before we hit the NFC, our matchups will be Chiefs versus Raiders, Steelers versus Browns, Titans versus Ravens, and Patriots versus Bills. Buccaneers Falcons up next. Where we stand currently, look at this, a 16-seeded NFC team, the Atlanta Falcons are leading by 1 singular point over the defending Super Bowl champions, the number 1 seed in the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A minute and 20 left on the clock, 3 timeouts for both teams, and they sit their own 43-yard line. So if you think the Atlanta Falcons can pull off the biggest defensive stop in their lifetime, come on, you got to do it, don't choke. They would just become an underdog story. We don't have a lot of, I'm pretty sure we had like 1 or 2 ever 16 seeds beat the 1 seed, but they were in brackets where like it makes sense. Like it was like, I don't know, like Chiefs 16 seed, Jaguars 1 seed. That's just an example. I'm just saying if they were able to win this one, this would be like the first realistic actual upset for the first seed. 45 seconds left at the 43-yard line is Tom Brady, the defending Super Bowl champion, 7-time Super Bowl champion, has to go a few yards for a kick. This one's up the midfield. Everything I said does not matter anymore. Mike Evans breaks all the way to the 29-yard line. And who, just forget everything I said, because now the Buccaneers should be able to kick one up to win this game. Let's see if they can do it. And touchdown for the Buccaneers. Gronkowski finds his way to the end zone. And why not take a 5-point lead, says the Bucs. Who needs a field goal when you can march away to the touchdown? Oh, and Dan Quinn, previous Falcons coach, not liking it. But of course, I mean, they allowed him one big play and got scored on anyways. So how about this? The Falcons actually have a chance. Very slim, but it's a chance. Tom Brady delivers to Gronk. Touchdown Bucs. Falcons have the ball up next. So Tom Brady and the Bucs, they won for 2, and they got it. So it's a 7-point game now. Falcons need to rely on the extra point to tie it. 11 seconds left. Matt Ryan's going to throw this one pretty quick. This one is hauled up. Oh, Julio Jones. Did you see him running for it? I saw that. I was like, come on, man, you got to get it. Julio Jones just, the ball just out of reach for him. You think if he got that, that would have tied the game. Or that would have given him 6 to tie it. They're down to one more chance. We've seen so many chances of these plays that are just like this close. Like it's like bound to happen. It's on the fingertips of happening. Down to 7 seconds. Come on, Matt Ryan. Let's see it one more time in you. You got to throw it deep again. Throws this one a bit shorter. And this one's going to be picked on a ricochet. And the Bucs will do it. So what went from Falcons leading by 1 with having the Bucs trapped before field goal range turned into the Bucs 7-point lead. So a change of events happens for the Atlanta Falcons, not surprise. And the number 1 seed stays alive. We're going to end this game here. 30-23, final score. Buccaneers win. The Arizona Cardinals will march out this one by 2 scores. Final score 31-17. Of course, Dak Prescott's not injured in Madden, so the Cowboys finish this game out 30-23. Somewhat an upset, even though Alex Smith even outthrew Dak Prescott, but the Cowboys will close this one out with a win, 30-23. Once again, another OT game. Panthers versus Rams. I believe the Panthers are 13 seed versus the 4 seed Rams. They get in the end zone here. They win the game. This one's to Samuel for the touchdown. The Panthers will pull off an upset in LA versus the Rams. I believe that is Curtis Samuel, who had a breakout season for the Panthers this year. It is. And how about that? The Rams, or the Panthers, they'll pull off one of the biggest upsets in this bracket so far. They win 26-20. As expected, the Seattle Seahawks win this game 34-18 over the New York Giants. Russell Wilson outthrew Daniel Jones, and we're moving on to our next game. Even though the former Lions' Matthew Stafford outthrew Drew Brees, the Saints will get this one done. 34-17, final score. And we are going through these games kind of fast. They're ending in ways. Can't really watch them though. 24-19 final score here in Soldier Field. Bears win. So our final game in the preliminary round, the Packers will be the Eagles 31-13, and Jalen Hurts outthrew Aaron Rodgers. What a world we live in. Anyways, that concludes the first round as I said, and we have our Sweet 16 matchups. Let's go over them pretty quick. Chiefs Raiders, Steelers Browns, Titans Ravens, Patriots Bills, and in the NFC, Buccaneers Cardinals, Cowboys Panthers, Seahawks Saints, and Bears Packers. How about that? Some pretty good divisional matchups going into the next round. As always, AFC, Chiefs Raiders. Let's go. Well, yeah, Raiders just did not stand a chance as the Chiefs pull off one of the biggest blowouts I've seen yet. 45-3 final score. And here's a game worth watching. We've been going through these games kind of fast. We made it so far here, and we've made it to the Browns versus Steelers in the Sweet 16. The Browns are up by 4. The Steelers, we've seen one offensive game-winning drive by them already in this same bracket. Can we see it again? And it starts down here with a 3rd down and 2 play. Down by 4, a minute 12 on the clock, and backed up in their own territory at the 33-yard line. So 3rd down and 2, 2 yards needed from the 33-yard line is where they stand, down by 4. Ben Roethlisberger completes this one, and this one's getting up to the 46-yard line, and that one's hauled in by Juju Smith-Schuster. New set of downs for the Steelers, and time ticks under a minute. 3 timeouts on the board for both teams. So they have a little bit more to go to at least make field goal range, but of course, 3 points is not necessary in the situation. They line up no huddle, no timeouts called quite yet. 50 seconds now. They allow 10 seconds to burn. They're looking for the pass again. Full rush to the Browns. Here comes Myles Garrett, and he takes down Ben Roethlisberger. Might as well call that timeout now because Myles Garrett comes from the right side and gets the 5th sack of the game for the Cleveland Browns. 9 sacks total. And we're down to 30 seconds. No timeouts called yet. 2nd down to 17. There's the timeout. 20-24. Alright, so I just missed it, but Ojanobi just had another sack. So the 6th sack in the game. 2 sacks consecutively. Steelers, they call another timeout. Now 3rd down to 26. So it's getting a little worse for them. Throw this one quick. This one's off the fingertips of the defender, the cornerback. So it's now 4th down to 26. 22 seconds left. One more chance remaining in the Steelers. They've been in 4th down situations already in this video, but nothing like this. They've had 4th down to 6. 20 more yards than last time. 22 seconds. Can the Browns move on to the Elite 8 or the Steelers? Will they find a way to spoil it from their own 30-yard line? 26 yards to go. Here he goes. Ben Roethlisberger airs this one up. This one's knocked down the defense. The Browns will get the ball on the turnover on downs. 18 seconds remaining. Joseph calls it out. Denied. And we have a winner. The Cleveland Browns will be moving on to the Elite 8. How about that? We're going to end this game here. Baker Mayfield, 274 yards and 2 touchdowns. Final score of this game, 24-20. Well, the Baltimore Ravens, they let loose on the scoreboard. They knock out the Tennessee Titans. Ravens win, 33-17. And the Patriots, the number 10 Patriots, are leading over the number 2 seeded Bills are now. Division rivals, 22-16 final score right now, actually. And Josh Allen's going to send this one deep for Stephon Diggs, all the way up to the 30-yard line. How about that for a deep ball for Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs? Possibly the greatest quarterback wide receiver duo last season. And from going from this 6-point lead to a possible spoiling of it, down to a minute and 30, they were all the way backed up in their own territory. Huge game for Josh Allen. He's going to take off and run now and tries to make a move in defender, but not fooled by that. 2nd down to 5, 5-yard pickup for Josh Allen. More specifically, the better part was definitely that 50-yard lob right there to Stephon Diggs, which is putting them all the way up to the 25-yard line now. 2nd down to 5. 6-point game, you get the touchdown, you get the extra point, you have the lead by 1 point. So you're down to a minute now. Possible game-winning touchdown once again in the eyes of the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen going to take off again. He has room for the 1st down, slides. It's 50 seconds now. 10-yard pickup for Josh Allen. Back-to-back runs. Josh Allen with a 50-yard bomb. And now Josh Allen with a 10-yard run. Up to the 15-yard line. 45 seconds left. You better hurry up and call a timeout or get on the field and snap it. Let's see what they do. They will take the no huddle. So they line up the 15-yard line. Fakes the handoff for Josh Allen. Look for the end zone. This one is caught for the touchdown. The Bills tie the game at 22. And I believe that's John Brown, if I'm not wrong. Bust a move. 22-all it is. And they're going to get an extra point. They should take the lead 23-22. What an offensive drive with the Buffalo Bills. And it just almost looked too easy. Back to the end zone. Toe tap. And now you get an extra point and take a lead. Over Stephon Gilmore, too. One of the best cornerbacks in the game. We don't see much of this. A booth review. We really don't see this. I'm pretty sure the last time I remember this was in the first ever 32-team bracket. So what did they rule it? I can't hear anything, so I won't be able to hear the ref, what they say. If they do say anything. And I think they're going to keep the touchdown on the board.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Yes, they will. Okay, so I can't hear it. I was just making sure maybe you guys could hear that. Because I have my sound muted. But it's still 22-all. And they should get the extra point now. Let's see if they can take the lead. For the lead. To make it a 1-point game. The extra point will be, as routine, good. 23-22. Cam Newton gets the ball back with half a minute remaining. For a miracle drive for Cam Newton. 28 seconds remaining. 1-point game. Starting from the 24-yard line. He's going to take off and run. And that was a horrible call. Fumble picked up by the Bills. Lay on it. And the Bills will get it right back as Cam Newton runs straight into the defender. Ready for it. And the ball goes right back in the hands of the Buffalo Bills. So you couldn't have drew that up any perfectly for the Buffalo Bills. Great offensive drive. And one play, a defensive stop, and you get the ball right back. With that being said, the Buffalo Bills, they might punch in some more points. But for this case, with only 25 seconds left remaining or something like that, they should win this game. Final score, 23-22. And believe it or not, the Arizona Cardinals, the 8 seed, versus the number 1 seed Bucs, the defending champions. All they need is a kick a field goal up and good. They take the win here in Tampa. 17-all game, 56 seconds left. Let's see what they do. This is actually a pretty big 30-6. If the Bucs stop here and force a stop here in downs, call a timeout, let's see. They'll stop them short of the first down marker, which is pretty big actually. This because the Cardinals can't drain out the clock. They have to take the field goal now, and they'll give the ball back to Tom Brady. So that was a huge stop of the Buccaneers defense. Let's do the kick, and then Tom Brady will get the ball right back. 4th down and 1, 29-yard line, so about a 40-yard kick is what I'd say, probably more. This one is going to make it. 2017, the Cardinals hold the lead for where we stand. And guess who gets the ball right back? Tom Brady. So let's see if the Cardinals defense can make their way to the Elite 8 and stop Tom Brady from moving any further. 45 seconds left for the GOAT. 41 seconds left. Need of 3, 1 of 7. 31-yard line. Tom Brady down by 3. Here he goes. First play for Tom Brady on the new drive. Gets all the time in the world and finds the delivery to Antonio Brown. AB. 30 seconds remaining. No timeouts called. They have 1 timeout. So they got to be really, really productive here in order to use the time wisely and get to the field goal line. So they're at the 46-yard line. They're still in their own territory, if I'm not wrong. So they're just outside of field goal range. As you can see, they need about 10 more yards field goal range. They decided not to call a timeout, so this could be the final play before a field goal kick. And this one is going to be a short route. That goes backwards, and he steps out of bounds. Antonio Brown. A good reception and a bad reception. You stop the clock, but at what cost? Because now you're, what is it? You lost 3 yards. You're at your own 43-yard line. You still need about 15 plus yards to even get in a somewhat range of field goal. Even then, it's a tough field goal. The Buccaneers might be in trouble. We might see the 8 seed Cardinals move on. Tom Brady might just need to throw this one up. Field goal might be out of the picture for the Bucs. Here we go. Tom Brady with 7 seconds left. 2nd down 13. This could be the final play of the game. He gets time. He throws it deep. Is someone out there? Someone had it for a second, but it's knocked off. And we have an upset. The Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray. They're going to the Elite 8. They beat Tom Brady and the Bucs. So, no team could beat the Bucs this year, but the Cardinals can beat them in the video game. 2017 our final score. Let's finish the NFC. As crazy as it seems, the Carolina Panthers are going to the Elite 8. They win 31-21 over Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. The New Orleans Saints show no mercy to the Seahawks. They win this one by 2 scores, 45-31. This one was a lot closer than it should have been for the Green Bay Packers, but they won in overtime, 38-35. You can see, look at the score summary right here. They win it 38-35 in overtime. Well, that gives us our Elite 8 matchups, our final 8 teams. Let's go over them real quick. We have the Chiefs versus Browns, the Ravens versus Bills, in the NFC, Cardinals versus Panthers, and Saints versus Packers. Let's get them done. And in a world where many things are considered impossible, one thing is certain. The Cleveland Browns will win 33-20. They are moving on to the semifinals, also known as the AFC Championship for the 32-team bracket. They're going to play either the Ravens or Bills. One thing I'm going to say real quick before we get the Ravens Bills, I did not notice this, but both the matchups that we've had in the last few matchups, they're real playoff matchups. So, and these are the actual ones that happen in the AFC. Next game, Ravens versus Bills. With 93 seconds remaining, this game between the Bills and the Ravens, a rematch of real life. Ravens are down by 4. Check down to J.K. Dobbins. Goes nowhere. Bills are ready for it. Runs the clock. Loses a yard. So, 4-point game, 35-31. Clock is running now after that poorly designed check down. Bills are ready for it. And we're now down under 2 minutes. Still 3 timeouts for both teams. I don't know why every team has all the timeouts. They just never use them, apparently, until this point. 1 minute remaining for Lamar Jackson. He's going to take off and run. Looking to put his team on the shoulders. Slides into the defender. Timeout called. 64 seconds remaining, a little over a minute. 3rd down and 7. Big 3rd down play for Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens. This one's going to be almost picked, but good defense nonetheless. If he wasn't there, he really went all the way across the open field. If he wasn't there, that was a touchdown. So, good play the defender to get there and make a play on the ball, because if not, that was a touchdown, and the Ravens would have been up at this point. So they're going to go for it 4th down to 7 now, with 1 minute and 1 second remaining. Bills defender probably just came on the most clutch play of his life. I couldn't tell who that was. Here comes Lamar Jackson. This is going to be a lob ball. One-on-one coverage. Hollywood Brown comes down with it. What a catch. 52 seconds left. Time is running. Man coverage in Hollywood Brown doesn't matter. He's short in size, but able to come down on that one. The hops. 1st down and 10. New set of markers. 40 seconds. You need the touchdown. No huddle. 38 seconds left. From the 27-yard line now. Right outside the red zone. Here comes the blitz. Lamar Jackson gets out of it. He's going to take off himself. He gets the 1st down marker. Open field. He gets out of bounds all the way to the 4-yard line. Not out of bounds, actually. Timeout is called at 1st down and goal. They are 4 yards away from taking a lead. Can the Bills get a defensive stop? We'll see here. 1st down and goal. So the great play by Lamar Jackson and the play previously with Hollywood Brown. 4-yard line. And this one's going to J.K. Dobbins. This one might back up a few yards. 2nd down and goal now. He backs up 2 yards. And I can call another timeout. 20 seconds remaining at the 6. Good defensive play by the Bills. It keeps them in this. 2nd down and goal. If they stop him in field, not touching the end zone, that could be game. Lamar Jackson going to take off himself. No, he's going to pass this one. J.K. Dobbins can't get there. Time is running. I don't know if the Bills can get up and snap this one. If I was Lamar Jackson, I would have taken off and run for that one. 3rd down and goal. I don't think they're going to get up in time. I think this game, the Bills are going to win. What a defensive stop at the goal line. And what the Ravens should have came with points, didn't. So our AFC Championship game is set. It's the Bills versus the Browns. The number 2 seed versus number 4 seed. Lamar Jackson, the Ravens come close. They had a good drive, but just couldn't finish. And that's all that matters, just finishing. We go to the NFC now. Let's finish out with our 2 matchups in the NFC. This was not expected, but the Arizona Cardinals are making their way to the Final Four. They beat the Carolina Panthers 45-34. And that'll do it from Lambeau. The Green Bay Packers are moving to their first, yes, this is their first appearance in the Final Four, I'm pretty sure. They beat the Saints 30-28. With that being said, our Final Four teams and our final 2 matchups before we hit the 32-team Super Bowl. The Browns versus the Bills, and the Cardinals versus the Packers. Let's go. With time here under a minute and 30 seconds left, Baker Mayfield and the Browns had to go on a game-winning drive to beat the Buffalo Bills on the road to go to the Super Bowl. 31-26 right now. So it's currently a 5-point game. You get a touchdown, and you get the extra point, be up by 2. So they're letting a lot of time tick off the clock, as every Madden team normally does in this situation. So they probably won't get up to the line with about a minute remaining. So what was at a minute and 30, this happens. Alright, so here comes the snap. 50 seconds left. Baker Mayfield rolls to his right, looking for the pass. He's going to get taken down fast. 48 seconds left. This is a loss of a yard, considered a sack. They do not stop the clock. And maybe if you would have had that extra 30 seconds left you just wasted, maybe you'd be in a different situation. So with second down and 11, you have 35 seconds left. They're not going to call a timeout. They're going to save it, which is the right thing to do here. They line back up with half a minute remaining. They got to get about 50 yards to go. Baker Mayfield from the Browns. Can they do it to the Super Bowl? Open Austin Hooper for the first down. Can't get out of bounds. He gets the 10 yards, I believe. The first down, I'm pretty sure. They're going to call the timeout. 31-26. Let's see where they land. The Browns' only hope here is just to get out of bounds quick or get a long ball. That's all they can hope because they don't have any more timeouts. Luckily, they did get the first down, though. Baker Mayfield, that's not going to do it. 100%, that's the last thing you want. And the Bills are already cocky. They think they already won this game, which they could have. But, I mean, if they make a pass like that, you're going to win the game. I mean, good thing he dropped it because if you catch that, that's game over. So, second down and 10, they're just probably going to look deep to the end zone in this one. 31-26. 17 seconds left from their own from the 36-yard line. Of course, cannot take the 3. Baker Mayfield. I don't know if he's ever had a clutch game-winning drive in his career quite yet. Maybe in Oklahoma. This one's short. That's going to go nowhere. And the Buffalo Bills are heading to the 32-team Super Bowl to represent the AFC. As the Browns just threw it down the gutter. Literally threw it down the gutter. 31-26 final score of this game. Packers-Cardinals up next. Well, I would be lying if I said the Cardinals were going to win this one, because honestly, I did not see the Packers losing this one. The Packers win 32-23, and they are moving on to the Super Bowl to represent the NFC, their first Super Bowl appearance in 32-team bracket. So, Packers versus Bills, the Super Bowl I wanted and I predicted in my video. Who wins it? Let's go. In the Super Bowl, the Bills versus the Packers, both the number 2 seeds. The Bills are leading 21-15. The Packers have the ball. However, no timeouts, under a minute remaining. They sit at the 39-yard line, second down and 10. They got to use the sidelines, and they got to use Aaron Rodgers' arm to their advantage. Versus the Bills' defense, which was pretty good this year. If not, they get tackled in bounds. You might as well call it a loss and give the Super Bowl win to the Buffalo Bills, because this is going to be tough for the Green Bay Packers to get out of this situation with no ways to stop the clock. As I said, this is the Super Bowl I wanted. This is the Super Bowl I also predicted in my prediction video, which, of course, was the complete opposite. It was Chiefs-Bucks instead. But hey, if this did happen, here it is right here in the 32-team bracket. So they're in range for a field goal, but that's not what they need. Aaron Rodgers overthrows his receiver. We said a lot for Aaron Rodgers. Third down and 10 stops the clock again. However, third down and 10, you only have 2 shots now. 46 seconds left. So that said, third down and 10. About 45 seconds remaining. Aaron Rodgers. He's going to back up. Throw this one. Oh, that one's almost picked. It went right to the hands. He was looking for a check down. Maybe he could have had a first down because no one in a mile radius was next to that check down. He just had to get it to the receiver, or the defender, I mean. Defender was ready for it. So this could be the final play. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. This is the first time we're seeing a simulation because every game they've won by a decently big score. Last play. Can they do it? He backs up a lot. He's throwing this one deep. That's a bullet. No way. MVS in the back of the... Oh, hold up. Oh, no. They rolled out of bounds. Are we going to see another challenge? Let's see. Was this one actually out of bounds? I did not see it. And they're not going to look at it. Oh, what a way to... Okay. I thought that was a touchdown to end it. No booth review. Oh, there it is. Booth review. Okay, this is getting intense. This might be the craziest way to end... Hey, the first ever Super Bowl in the 32-team bracket, I'm pretty sure also had a booth review. It didn't matter, but it did. Oh, I don't think he did. One. No, he didn't. So what was so close to a game winner? The Bills are going to hold on. That's not a touchdown. I had 1 foot in. MVS, that was just something else. Let's hear the call here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure, as the thing looks, the Bills will get the ball back. So, what a way to end it. That would have been just so painful for real life. And of course, I'm a Packers fan. To see that in real life. Aaron Rodgers delivers such a beautiful throw just for us not to get the touchdown because of the NFL 2-foot rule. And just a crazy way to end this Super Bowl in a really unexpected way. But with that all being said and done, the Buffalo Bills survive, and they are the 8th 32-team Super Bowl champions, the Buffalo Bills. 21-15 is the final score. Super Bowl. Close but good one. Fun bracket. I try to make this one a little bit shorter than normal because I don't want to make an hour long. This one should be around 30 minutes long. I don't really know yet. Probably longer. I aim for half an hour, but it's probably like 45 minutes, my guess. I don't know how long it is as I go recording, but Buffalo Bills win it. Fun one bracket should be on screen right about now. Thank you guys for watching the 8 32 team bracket. Yes, there's been 8 of them. Bills beat the Packers. I'll see you guys later.